Widows, widows, balls of goals, how are you all doing? We are about to see something. We're about to see something truly amazing. It's not. We're about to check out the world's first ghost behaviourist and his very scientific methods. Oh, this sucked. Widows, balls of goals, how are we all doing? I've been asked to look at a new channel. And this channel is called The Ghost Doctor. So the channel description reads, Ghost Doctor features Chris Bors, who is the world's first ghost behaviourist. What? This show is dedicated to finding the next level in ghost hunting through psychology, sociology, ancient texts and more using the latest technologies available. That kind of sounds promising in parts. Next level ghost hunting is here with the all-new TV show The Ghost Doctor. Where have I seen this before, where somebody starts on YouTube just trying to get a TV deal? Escapes me now. So I'm going to watch The Ghost Doctor trailer, and then maybe we'll have a look at an episode depending on how bad this trailer is. 5.4k subscribers. I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised here, but I, for some reason, don't think so. So we'll watch the trailer, or the intro, for Season 2. Okay, so let's watch the trailer for Season 2.
My name is Chris Bors.
Is this CSI Miami, or is this a ghost hunting show? Come on.
And I'm the world's first ghost behaviorist.
I have questions. I have many questions. Maybe you're the first one for a reason, pal.
I've come up with a
He's going to say this is groundbreaking. Classifications of ghosts. Point of death, confused. Higher, lower realm, hungry. What? Helper. Wait, so the helper can only be hungry, but so can the higher and lower realm? This makes no sense. Parasitical, wandering, stuck, destructive. I hope he goes into more sort of context for this, because it kind of looks shit.
Groundbreaking ghost classification.
This kind of looks like a Captain Planet cartoon. Earth, wind, fire, water, heart. Question mark. What the hell is this? Okay, so we've obviously there. It's obviously there. We've got the fire symbol. There we've got the. I'm pretending to sleep and I'm not symbol. There we've got somebody legging it symbol. Is that a ghost? Or is somebody running away from a ghost? There we've got the Green Lantern. There we've got the Yin Yang. There we've obviously got the X-Men, or the ghosts of the X-Men, and the Riddler. What is this? This looks like shit.
System that brings ghostly contact to a whole new level. So you were involved in that crash, correct? My mission.
What was that switch? What's that switch on the side of his K2? I've never seen that before. Interesting. But he's using cutting-edge science, so he's got a switch on his K2.
My mission is to get into a spirit psyche and die.
And I saw a REM pod. This is not cutting-edge science. These are things that have been used for well over a decade now, that are pretty much proven not to be the proof of anything other than EMF.
Diagnose the problems plaguing them.
He wants to kill somebody.
Post-traumatic stresses, coping disorders, I've seen it all.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm here to counsel the dead and the homeowners they haunt.
Ghost Doctor, what, are you bringing the dead back to life? That would be impressive. Right, what have we got on here? Is this something I can get my teeth into? Right, Lakefront House Investigation. Let's have a look at this episode, shall we? It's only 13 minutes long.
I'm en route to a haunted house, and this
is made for TV. Why does it sound so bad?
one seems pretty bad. There is a dark spirit attached, which I would call a destructive spirit or a parasite spirit, because it's feeding off every member.
Wait, that I'm pretending not to sleep is a parasite. Okay. And the destructive spirit
Of this family. They're seeing shadow people. They're having nightmares. It's doing everything it can to elicit emotions that it can feed off of. And since there's a child involved, this takes precedence. It sounds like this thing is deeply rooted in this house, so I'm not sure how much of a problem this thing is going to give me, but I'm going to try my best to give them a peace of mind so they can rest easy tonight.
Okay, so I'm not playing his whole introduction. He does the two different classifications that this haunting could be, and then he borderline is in Freddy Krueger territory here, because this ghost is coming in through the dream world to attack a child. Oh, this is so poorly done. And again, this is private residences. People have to be careful doing private residencies. I mean, have you looked at the mental health of these people? Have you looked at the financial situation? Or are they paid actors? I don't know. But 9 times out of 10, when I see people do residential cases, they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. Maybe you'll prove me wrong here.
That's because the fear emotions she gives off is like a tasty food source to them. The bedroom is also an area where the homeowner often sees a cloudy, dark form hovering in the corner.
You'll see like a shadowy, wispy thing in the corner.
And usually at night, the sound of footsteps will emanate from the attic area, even though it's a 1-story home.
Squirrels.
As I'm being shown around the house, the homeowner experiences a wave of uneasiness overcome her.
You said you're getting chills already?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
This is the 3rd time now that my whole body has been covered. My legs.
Alright, so I am at the house here.
So he's clearly there, tried not to show the homeowner. Fair enough. But inadvertently got the homeowner in the background because she was on a photograph on the wall.
And I just did an initial walkthrough. I don't think I've felt anything yet, but we'll go inside and see what we can do.
My intent now is to try to figure out what exactly is haunting this family.
Alright, so this is a Panasonic recorder.
Oh, dear fucking God. If you're going to claim to be an expert in the paranormal, why have you got that thing?
It's delicate enough that it can kind of pierce through the veil and pick up things that aren't normally heard.
Or it's a product that didn't even work as it was intended for. It's just oversensitive, picking up the internal mechanisms. So it's a shit dictaphone is what it is. And you've bought this for a false positive, the same as everyone else is running around with these things in 2024.
From a normal recorder. I'm going to put an EDI meter right here. Alright, go session here.
So does the EDI machine work off EMF? I'm not entirely sure, but he's placed it on top of a printer that is got a blue light on it, meaning there's power running to it. So if that thing does go off EMF, you're giving yourself false positives there. Now, are you a bit thick and don't know what you're doing, or do you know exactly what you're doing? I mean, the fact you've got a DR60 and this thing on an electrical device says everything I need to know.
Here we are. Who's in this house right now? Are you feeding off this family? If there's anything here, can you spike that meter? Touch that meter. Who is the entity in this house? Alright, go back and listen.
Who is the entity in this house? Are you friend? Are you foe? Does it make you mad on here?
Nothing again.
It's because you didn't turn your head or rustle your clothes.
I ended up conducting a lengthy investigation session of multiple recordings,
Who are you?
using a variety of different devices, and hitting up all the paranormal hotspots in the house. But everything remained very quiet.
Alright, so this
Maybe he's just misinformed of the equipment because he's being honest so far.
might be a lower level attachment thing, I'm thinking. Because it's not doing anything too crazy.
If you're using a DR60, you might want to take those beads off your wrist because if they clang together while you're holding it, it's going to pick them up as a voice, just saying.
If at all. Okay, now there's an attic here. So here's footsteps up there, so I'm wondering if I open this, if all hell will break loose.
Please.
Just let me know if anything happens down here.
Ooh, the exciting build-up.
Yeah, there's a walkway and everything up here.
And what? There's a walkway in my attic. It's made up of It's made up of some boards and a door.
Are you hiding up here? Hello? What are you doing up here?
I recognise
Not
this
gonna hide
guy.
up here.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm sure I've seen this guy somewhere before.
Spirits like to many times stay out of the way of normal foot traffic, and places like attics and basements are places where you'll find spirits that hide out in these areas.
Except the millions of reportings of ghosts on stairs, ghosts on the side of roads, ghosts walking through living rooms and kitchens. He's making this up as he goes along, and it's brilliant. I love this.
And they come out when you least expect it.
He's
I've
got
got a
no
meter
clue what
sitting
he's
up here. Can
talking
you
about.
spike that for me if you're up here? All right, I'm blessing this house. You have anything to say about that? It's your last chance.
I mean, at least he hasn't faked anything. He seems very misinformed. I hope that's a hairbrush that's behind me on this sofa.
The art of blessing a home requires a multi-layer approach, which allows me to raise the vibration of a home to the point where negative spirits cannot attach themselves comfortably to the location. This is my own creation, the portable altar, so I can take this into haunted places and clear it and purify it.
Looks like a cat toy. I mean, this is his belief system, fair enough, but, you know, the introduction and the channel description say that this guy looks from a scientific approach, and all he's used is equipment that give false positives and a woo-woo cat box.
Of anything negative that's haunting the area. And every item on this altar has a specific function in cleansing a house.
Or are we going for all religions here? We got a bit of Buddhism, we got what's that bottle say? The weight. We got some holy water, crucifix.
As I am just mere minutes away from cleansing this house from any negative spirits here, watch very closely on what happens to this video camera that's recording me. And they feed off that even more. It's like, ha ha ha, I got you over a barrel.
Right. Before this, like, crazy negative energy.
Oh no. A battery ran out on a camera. How could that ever possibly happen to anyone ever? Anyway.
This is incredible. The camera battery which I just used to go into the attic is seconds later completely drained of its energy.
Why are you over-pronouncing everything like Captain James T. Kirk?
And what's even weirder is at that very moment, I was talking about how spirits like to feed off things. And they feed off that even more. It's like, ha ha ha, I got you over a barrel.
Right.
Simply incredible.
And I have an issue with the battery alert.
Crazy negative.
These, yeah, he's added that in himself. You can see where he's clipped it there. There's a bit of a white background left there. He's added this into the video. You've used clip art there.
I was talking about how spirits like to feed off things. And they feed off that even more. It's like, ha ha ha, I got you over a barrel.
Right.
Simply incredible. Alright, so I was setting up my altar. I'm not even done yet. And this camera that was recording me just died. So we got a battery drain going. And I'm not sure if it's because I opened this.
Or because you've been filming for ages. Or you didn't charge your battery properly. Or you've just been using the camera for so long that the battery's just decided to die. It didn't quite sit in the charger unit. Anything other than a fucking ghost, because there is no proof of ghost draining anything.
Hatch here, but
Why would they drain your batteries anyway when the house has got power on in there? Surely they can just stick their fingers in a socket and woohoo!
it's a good sign because it shows that this thing does not want this prayer to be performed.
It's a good sign that your battery didn't charge properly.
Weird stuff always starts to happen the closer the time gets to when I actually do the cleansing, because it's like the spiritual last stand that they have before they get pushed out.
Did he run out of B-roll there? Because he's used the same shot 3 times.
Did you drain my battery? Come on, fess up. Did you drain my battery?
Moments later, I'm again completely caught off guard at what happens next.
Okay, that's moving. Why is that moving? What are you doing?
Such a powerful ghost. A piece of paper looked like it moved in a breeze. Don't say there's no breeze in the house when you've been moving about in there and all the rest of it. It's paper, it don't weigh a lot. You shifting your weight could have dislodged something.
This just blew my mind. After calling out the spirit,
Come on, fess up. You drain my battery?
I saw out of the corner of my eye the edge of this piece of paper right here flick out from the side of the desk. Then as the camera focuses on it, I capture the paper moving all by itself.
All by itself, or this shiny plastic zip bag is actually sliding off this rug because your weight has shifted. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but, you know, common fucking sense. But no, that's a ghost. That and your 0.1 difference on that stupid machine.
Okay, that's moving. Okay, that's moving. That was weird. That thing just started moving by itself. Did you see it? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah, I saw it like fall.
I was nowhere near it.
You're in a small room.
As I went back to review my footage of what this area looked like 10 minutes earlier, my jaw hit the floor.
Ooh.
This is the same exact piece of paper before the incident. As you can see here, it is tucked securely behind the lip of this support bar. There is no possible way that this piece of paper just flipped out on its own. Then, of
Yep, it's a ghost.
course, as soon as I call out the spirit,
You drain my battery?
you can clearly hear the sound of the paper being moved from its resting spot.
Off camera, yeah.
And the way it's moving looks as if an unseen hand is tugging it or pushing it from the other side.
Well, it's not, is it? Because that thing in between the paper and the rolled up rug is slipping. That shiny plastic Ziploc bag is sliding after you've walked into a room. If you're going to call yourself the ghost doctor that does call outs and all the rest and call yourself a ghost behaviorist, learn about gravity and vibrations.
Side. Downright incredible.
All right, this is your last chance. Spike that meter. This is your last warning. Oh, you're going to do something now. Do you not want me to cleanse you from this place?
You've got it next to a printer and a laptop.
That is the first time that's rigged. Oh, there we go. Are you feeding off this family? Spike that meter. I know you're feeding off this family. You know you're feeding off this family. I want to see that confirmed on that meter.
This is
And I'll
garbage.
go light on you. Spike that meter.
I want to put in a side-eye clip here. Oh, you're hard.
Because what you're doing is not conducive to this family and yourself.
Funny you should mention that, because what you're doing is not conducive to this family. Why were you using the DR60 earlier when you've got that clearly superior voice recorder in your hand?
Especially yourself.
False positives.
You are on the other side now. And what you're doing is lowering your vibration. Is that what you want? You're wasting your afterlife. This is not tolerable. Spike that meter if you understand what I'm saying.
You'd be better off asking it to spike that meter if it thinks you're talking a load of nonsense.
That's all it's going to give me, I guess. Did you see it though when it spiked?
How can you be a ghost behaviorist when you don't seemingly have a clue about equipment, claim that it's like scientific methods, and it's not? This is all woo-woo.
Since the spirit has ceased contact, it's time to perform the house cleansing. I've created a very unique approach to cleansing a house because it's multi-layered and hits all the different dimensional spaces that exist within a home. I have tools and mantras that effectively clear out the material space, spiritual space, atmospheric space, vibrational space, and more.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
This helps drive out not just spirits, but all negative energies that draw in dark spirits who like to feed off these things.
Spirits scared of fucking crockery? Because I've seen you hit bowls and wave woo-woo sticks.
Cleansing the attic is also a big concern because of the constant sound of footsteps emanating from there. Alright, with that, I've cleansed this house, and I can feel a night and day difference when I walk into this house. So hopefully this family will not have any confrontations tonight, which is what we want. So it's been a week since I've done the house cleansing, and I just got off the phone with the homeowner, and she tells me that they have not had one problem since. In fact,
Chris was so knowledgeable, informative, and successful. I was having paranormal activity close to every night. Why have you blanked her face out when you clearly showed it twice in your footage because she's in a photograph? Since she's come out almost a week ago, I had a single issue. My daughter isn't having nightmares anymore, and we're both sleeping throughout the night. He truly has a talent. He was so timely. Come in the day of my call, even on a Sunday. Maybe because nobody else is calling him. It was very affordable. There we go. Financial gain. Even thought to follow up with me the next day. He truly cares about helping his clients and money. Can't say enough positive things. What are you waiting for? Schedule today. This is just a guess. But this looks like Chris wrote it himself as an advert.
The house still feels really light and airy since I've been there. And this is just a testament to what I do as a ghost behaviorist. It really works and is needed in society. Hauntings are on the rise, they're not going down, and ghost hunting shows on TV are not helping the situation, they're hurting them.
So you, in your infinite wisdom, use the same equipment, the same woo-woo, and the same parlor tricks, jump on everything being a ghost, like a battery drain, or your REM pod going off. You do the same bullshit as these shows, and then you do the same bullshit style of cleansing that the Foreman brothers do, and then you sleet said shows. And then you sleet said shows. What? Can't really be taking shots at all of these TV shows, like in a negative connotation, when you've gone there, done the same thing, and charged them money for it.
Because they don't have people that can address all these issues that homeowners are having that are spinning out of control. And I'm just thankful that I can fix things in my area, one family at a time.
What a load of shit. Literally, what a load of shit. 13 minutes of nonsense. And then he tops it all off with TV ghost hunting shows haven't helped. After using the same equipment and the same bullshit that said TV shows use. What have I just watched? This is the next grift, right? People trying to get TV shows. Irate Entertainment, The Ghost Doctor. I mean, irate is probably the right word, because I'm quite irate right now. That screenshot you posted of what the lady said about you read like a self-written advert. You blanked out her face, you didn't get her face on camera, yet you've caught her image on the wall in a big photograph twice. You've got no care for the family. This is all about you. You couldn't get your face on camera more if you wanted to. Even when you're doing shots where you walk past the camera, you can't help but do this. It's filmed like it's just you there, yet numerous times there's somebody else holding a camera. You even call or beckon one of them over. Now, is it somebody in this house who shouldn't be there when you're doing this, to be honest? Or do you have a second person with you that you're not showing on camera for some reason? And then you do this pop-up woo-woo cat box of tricks. Whilst you haven't gone in there and claimed demon, you have gone in there, caught zero evidence other than a piece of paper seemingly being tugged by a ghost when it's clearly a plastic zip bag sliding after you've disturbed it walking in the room, and that's your proof of a ghost. And then you want to slate TV shows which need slating for you doing the same shit. Absolutely abysmal. This show is dedicated for the next level ghost hunting through psychology. I didn't see any psychology there. Sociology, no. Ancient texts, didn't see that. And the latest technology available. Listen, a DR60 is not latest tech. A REM pod is not the latest tech. An EMF that you've put a switch on that we have no idea what it does is not the latest tech. This is dog shit. So, ghost hunting book, ghost behaviourist website. Let's have a look at your Facebook, shall we? The paranormal establishment does not want you to read this book. Chris Bores is the world's first ghost behaviourist. He's the only one with a fuck for a good reason. He's created a brand new technique to interact with spirits and get interactions. He merges psychology, philosophy, ancient texts like the Tibetan Book of the Dead and quantum physics together. I didn't see any sign of any of this shit other than the Tibetan... Nah. You'll finally understand why spirits do the things they do and the behaviours of ghosts. This book covers all the new groundbreaking paranormal research Chris Bores has been conducting over the past decade. The psyche of a spirit, what happened during a 90-minute interaction with a spirit, rules to the afterlife spirits must follow. Spirit that fell in love with a tour guide. I knew I recognised him. He's a gaming channel. I knew it. I've seen this guy before. I mean, I've gone from gaming to ghost hunting, but I don't claim to be an expert running around dressed like a Buddhist. What else has he done? Wicket, Tubia, Carol Vorderman's bikini pictures are inappropriate. I mean, if she wants to look absolutely fantastic at her age, let her carry on. He's an American gaming YouTuber, makes similar videos to the Angry Gaming Nerd, meaning that every review Chris has posted on the AVGN he has posted late. Many fans deem this as copying the AVGN, which has created much controversy amongst fans. So, he had a gaming channel that looks very successful, to be fair. But that wasn't good enough, so he's now copying Bagans and the Formans. He's not anywhere near as entertaining as either of them, and Chris Bore is probably the right name for him because I was bored out of my skull. That 13-minute episode felt like a lifetime. So do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. I won't be looking at this channel again to claim to be some sort of expert that uses science and all of these bold claims, and you've just gone in there and done the same thing as every TV show that I've ever seen, and then have the cheek to insult those TV shows while ripping off everything they do, and then claiming that they're bad at it. It fucking stinks. And it just doesn't seem believable that the response or anything about this was real. It all looked like it was acted amongst you and your friends. I can't prove that. That is just my opinion on it. But whilst you're in there, I've got to cleanse this house because a piece of paper moved. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Go watch the Ouija Brothers or Ghosts on Trent or Mythos or any of the debunkers, because at least we give a shit and we're not just out there to get your money, because he charges people. He actually charges people for that. What a grift. Much love to you all. Beano out.